Well, good morning, everyone. It's great to be with you. We get together with our distribution partners most weekday mornings at this time, 8 o'clock Central, to talk about strategies, success stories, techniques, anything that we can do to support and help you be successful. So first, a quick acknowledgement. I emailed out to you all this morning a funding success story. The bank actually contacted us last night, but I didn't read it till this morning, to be honest with you. But congratulations to Spencer Seymour. He's one of our distribution partners. He just earned $12,000 in commission yesterday from his client, Ben Weaver, that received, Ben had received a $120,000 loan. And yes, that has funded. So we're continuously seeing great success stories. Want to share more of those with you to let you know that this is real, that this does work. And this new improved approach to bringing clients in that you see on my screen that we're talking about now should allow you to help more clients, help clients be more satisfied, and certainly help you make more money. So what we have been talking about is the restructuring of the free landing pages that we've provided each of you for the two-step funding process. And so each of you should already have your landing page. If not, this is how you would get it. It will look just like this. We originally launched with the second page first, which is the enrollment page. But now, thanks to Scott's hard work and many of you contributed towards this, clients will first come to your landing page using the same link that we've provided you. If you don't have the link, let me know. And they'll come to this page, which is really called a lead capture page. So it's a synopsis, but it certainly doesn't describe the whole small business certification offering or proposition. That is step one of the two steps. We've covered that. I won't go too much into that today, but this is what the mastermind team came up with for the new landing page. So the same links you have will work, no change, but it's going to bring people to this page. It's going to look like this. And so let's walk through it briefly and then answer any questions. So what you and I know is that the cost for us to go through step one to build financial literacy and to build a loan package is $2,500. That's never changed. It's always been the case. And if they go directly through the Access to Capital program, of course, they pay that full amount after their first tranche of financing. Here, they're able to qualify for a grant allocation of $2,104. That, of course, reduces the balance to $396. So that's how this is structured. So it leads with the pitch of get a $2,104 grant for your business today. And then what we're doing again is bringing them into the two-step program. So again, this is just a very superficial introduction to capture their lead information, which will be communicated directly to you. And then after they complete this form and hit the green button, it will take them to the second step, the second page, which is the enrollment page. So when they fill this out, when you're using your link, it's going to credit you. You will be contacted, so you'll know that you've got a lead. And then it'll take them to the enrollment page. When they enroll, then of course it'll contact you again and confirm that, generate a commission. If they do the first page we see here, but they don't follow through on the second page, then Scott has built follow-up prompts and algorithms to encourage them. So you'll be notified that someone started but didn't complete enrollment. If you want to follow up with them, you can. Don't have to, it's up to you. Regardless, the system will continue to prompt them. So going on down. So this grant applies to enrollment in the small business certification program, which you and I know is step one of the two-step process, which is a 4-week online course that prepares startup, early stage businesses and entrepreneurs to raise a minimum of $100,000 in funding. And just like we talked about with client Ben Stewart from referral partner Spencer Seymour, it works. Ben got not 100,000, he received 120,000 going through this process. So essentially the goal is for you to refer your prospects to this landing page, which it won't be this URL, it'll be your link. that you should have. And if you don't have, we'll get it for you. Clients, or I guess prospects, fill this out, hit the green button, notifies you, takes them to the enrollment page. So what questions or comments does anyone have on this lead capture page, which is the first page that your prospects will go to when you give them your link? And then after they complete this, it'll take them to the second page to enroll. If they don't enroll, there'll be follow-up reminders sent to them and you'll be notified. Questions, comments, concerns? Okay, so if you have any, put it in the Q&A like a chat box of Zoom. If you want to see what the second page looks like, it's the same as we've gone through before, but you frankly can put your information in and claim your grant now, and you'll see the second page, but it hasn't changed. It's the same as it was. The second, I guess, announcement we have is, well, let's step back. What you and I do as technical advisors is we help small businesses do three things: build their financial literacy, build a lender compliant loan package, and build their credibility so they look credible on paper to get funding. What do we know that is important to become credible? One of the most important elements is to have a balance sheet, which we help them develop in module 3, not shown here, but shown on the next page. And having a balance sheet and having a strong balance sheet. That was probably the key to Ben Weaver getting his $120,000, our success story of the day, because we helped him have a strong balance sheet. So the decision was made, and I sent out an email late yesterday to let you know we are going to include at no cost the collateral support program, or at least a light version of that, in every client's package. So instead of them having to pay to get assets added to their balance sheet, we will add at least one asset to every client's balance sheet to help improve them so they're more credible on paper, more fundable, like Mr. Weaver. Now, if they want the full collateral support program, they certainly can do that, and then you can monetize that. But as a freebie, like if you ever gone to Sam's or Costco on a Saturday, right? You walk around, they're giving free samples out because it's things that you might not have bought before. So the little barbecue jalapeno sausage they give to you on a toothpick. So they give you that to see if you like it. And if you like it, then you go buy a package of it. So what we're doing now for all of our clients that are going through the small business certification is giving them that little barbecue jalapeno sausage on a toothpick. We're going to give them one asset for free to add to their balance sheet, which is going to immediately improve the strength of their business. And then if they want the full package of the barbecue jalapeno sausage, then they'd have to pay for that. That's called the full collateral support program. And you, of course, are able to monetize that. So those are the updates. The rest of our time today really needs to be about questions, comments, concerns that any of you have about the two-step funding program, the process, the landing page. Mr. Rich asked if the phone number could be required. I will go back to Scott Stroud, our Chief Marketing Officer, and ask him his thoughts. And Scott, I think you're actually on the Zoom. Scott, what are your thoughts of making the phone number a required field? Mr. Rich, one of our top referral sources, is requesting that be a required field. So Mr. Rich, stand by and we'll see what Scott says. So who else has questions about this? Again, so clearly stated, we relaunched the affiliate program for the two-step funding program recently. And what we're doing is Scott worked very, very hard. So thank you, Scott, for to configure a very effective, high conversion lead capture page, landing page. That is what your link will go to first. People fill that out. They hit the green button. You're notified. They're automatically taken to the enrollment page. Then they can go ahead and enroll. They can pay $396 or 4 payments of $99. And then they're in the program. If they don't complete step 2, enrollment, then at least now you have their contact information and you can follow up with them if you wish. Regardless if you do that or not, Scott has built in automation that is going to prompt these people to convert if they don't automatically. Okay, so Scott is making that a required field, and he's doing that now. So thank you, Mr. Rich, for your prompting. And I do think that that's important, because we need to be able to reach the prospects and help them move forward. And without a phone number, that would be a disadvantage. So great recommendation, Mr. Rich. And that's being fixed now, and we'll hit refresh, and probably before the end of the webinar, there'll be a little asterisk behind it. Okay, Zon's got a great question. So on the collateral support program, normally when we're setting up portfolios, it's normally set up as a $100,000 portfolio. These are real assets, income producing assets that we sell for 10 cents on the dollar. If you want to be a debt buyer, debt seller, there's no cost for that. Then you're getting it at wholesale, 10 cents on the dollar, and then you're marking it up as you want, typically to 15 to 20 cents on the dollar. So you're making $5,000 to $10,000 profit on each portfolio. With that being said, that wasn't Zon's question. Zon's question is, okay, what are we providing now for free? We're going to provide one asset to add to their balance sheet. Again, analogous to the barbecue jalapeno sausage on a toothpick. It will be a real receivable. The dollar amount will vary based upon the value of that receivable. So it could be as little as a few $100s. It could be as much as a few $1,000s. They're not buying that. It's a free gift. It's an incentive that we're going to run through the month of March for the small business certification, see how it works, and decide if we're going to continue after the month of March. So it's a limited time offer at this point, but it may become a permanent embedded piece. That new benefit is reflected on page 2. So if you want to go to twostepfunding.com or to your link, fill this out, click the green button, then you'll see the second page, and it does now make reference. It was just added this morning to the enrollment page that lets them know that they are getting that additional perk. But we're not going to commit to specific dollar amount, because different receivables have different values, and it's a free offer. But here's what we're thinking, Zon, and you can let me know what your feedback is that a lot of people don't know what it takes to become credible on paper, that they don't know what they don't know. And what you and I know is having a strong balance sheet is one of the most important elements of getting business funding. Just ask Ben Weaver and the $120,000 he just received because of a strong balance sheet. So with that being said, this will give us an opportunity not only to talk about the balance sheet and income statement in module 3, not only to help them create a balance sheet and income statement if they don't have one, but also help them strengthen it and show them how simple it is. I mean, it's about a 2-minute process to add $100,000 to their balance sheet legally and ethically. Here in this case, we're going to give them a little sample of a portfolio of one. So the short answer to Zon's good question is the dollar amount of that one income producing asset could vary, but it's less about the dollar amount than us giving them something extra that's going to teach them how adding income producing assets to the balance sheet is powerful. And then I think you'll probably have a high probability of helping that client then see the value of the full collateral support program and want to go ahead and add a full portfolio. I expect that to happen in the majority of the cases. Okay, so Mr. Rich is asking, are we given the 27 mistakes PDF with the enrollment? And that's a great point. So when the mastermind group got together, which I'm not ashamed to say I was not part of the mastermind group, the decision was to pivot from what we originally planned. We originally planned to have a landing page that offered a guide, because often you'll see that landing pages have, I don't want to say some gimmick, but they have some carrot to get someone to give you their information. Is it to get a free ebook or a free guide or a free consultation? So, you know, the mastermind group considered lots of different options. But the decision that they thought that was the most valuable, Mr. Rich, is, hey, get a $2,104 grant. And so that is the pitch that they ended up going with, instead the incentive of why someone would provide their information rather than the ebook or the funding guide. So thank you for clarifying that. All right, and so let's see. So Scott says he's making that a required field. We can refresh it. He may not have gotten to it yet. Yeah, there it is. Now, Mr. Rich, Scott has made the phone number a required field. You can tell that because of the being required. Marketing materials, yes. So first of all, you need to make sure that you have your landing page. And so if you don't, because you don't want to send them just to twostepfunding.com, because that's not going to track to you. It'll look just like this. But what Scott does, he does his technical magic, whereby this box here in the middle of the page is linked to your affiliate account. So you'll have a unique link. And so anytime you give people the unique link, well, the page will look just exactly like this. What will happen is it's tracking to you, it notifies you, takes them to the enrollment page, and then you get paid when they enroll through that process. So the first thing you need to have, Ms. Morris and everyone else, is make sure that you have your link to your landing page. And if not, frankly, the way you get it is you go through this process, right? Because the decision was made that we want all of our affiliates to go through the 4-week process themselves, the small business certification, not only to get some capital, but more importantly, to understand how it works. We want high client satisfaction, and we believe the key to that is having a distribution team that is knowledgeable enough that they understand how it actually works. So instead of us just talking about how it works, just go through it, right? So if you don't have a unique link, this is where you would literally go to twostepfunding.com, fill this out, and then enroll, and you'll be able to go through the curriculum and you get an affiliate link. So all affiliates should be clients. Now, not all clients will want to be an affiliate, so they'll be provided an affiliate link, but if they don't want to do anything with it, that's fine. There's no production requirements. They don't have to buy a landing page. There's no expenses associated with it. So right now, the primary marketing material would be your landing page. And then some of our top producers are using just simple strategies like posting on Craigslist, posting on different social media, using this type of language to drive people to their landing page. I'll work with Scott and we'll see what other material could be developed. But at this point, for sure, the primary marketing material, Ms. Morris, that you need is your landing page, and drive people to your landing page. And frankly, you want to say as little as necessary to get them to your landing page. Let the tools do the work for you. All right, so who else has questions, comments, concerns? All right, Joseph's one of our top referral partners. He's a licensed realtor out of Arkansas. So what Joseph wanted me to clarify with you is that this is very strong to go to key influencers, to go to other realtors, to go to churches, to go to chambers, to go to just different entities or individuals, organizations that have a sphere of influence, and let them know what we do. This is important. This is valuable. The Small Business Certification Program is built around an award-winning curriculum developed by the FDIC, promoted by the SBA. And in 4 weeks, we build their financial literacy. We build a lender-compliant loan package. They get at least $10,000 of business credit under the EIN without a personal guarantee. They receive the $2,104 grant to enroll in the small business certification. It's a tremendous value proposition. So in short, what I think Joseph's wanting you to understand is that this is strong and it's real and it's credible, and people get funded off of it, just like Ben Weaver. And if they go through step 2 as well, of course, then we guarantee them a minimum of $100,000. And that's a guarantee in writing. And you make an adult commission off of that. Again, Spencer referred Ben Weaver in, and Spencer just earned $12,000 yesterday. And I know a lot of you are very successful. And so, but what I ask you to keep in mind, there's some people that don't even earn $12,000 a month, and Spencer just earned $12,000 in a day, right? And there's just no reason that you couldn't get a big flow of people coming through. So you're not just helping a person once in a while. We should have a steady flow of clients that are enrolling and have success. Okay, so yeah, regardless of prior exposure, the way to get your link for the two-step funding process is you go to twostepfunding.com, you fill this out, it'll take you to the next page, and the 4-module process is different now than it was before. Frankly, it's better, it's improved. It includes the CSR, the CRS, sorry, Capital Readiness Score, which we didn't have before. That's a new proprietary algorithm. It includes adding the collateral to your balance sheet. So even though some of you may have gone through the 4-step process before, this is a new iteration of that, and we'd like you to understand it and be a firsthand testimony. So if you don't have a link, the way to get a link is super simple. Go to twostepfunding.com, fill this out, click the green button, takes you to page 2. You complete that enrollment, and you'll be able to go through the process yourself, receive the benefits yourself, and also get the landing page so you're set up. We're not multi-level marketing, we're not network marketing, but we do pay 3 levels deep. So that's really nice because of the overrides. All right, so who else has any questions about the new lead capture page that we're providing free to every one of you? And once they use your link, they come here, they complete this, goes to page 2 to enroll. If they don't complete enrollment, then there's follow-up sequence. You're notified, so you're able to reach out to them as well, if you wish, not required. So again, the links you have work. You can go to your link today, click on your link, and it'll now bring them to this page first. So does anyone have questions, comments, concerns? All right, Mark has a question. Mark, and there's a few of you that are wanting to do, well, for sales strategies, we'll talk about that in a separate training, but one way to promote this and create volume quickly is to go to key influencers that have some other offering. And so then they build this into the package. So it may be that you work with a referral partner that's frankly paying the $396. They're absorbing that cost because it's built into something broader that they offer. And we call that a bulk, B-U-L-K, a bulk enrollment. So we have a number of distribution partners that are going through the bulk process. So in that case, we would get a spreadsheet of the clients that they're wanting to enroll. That bulk partner, quote unquote, will in fact then pay for that bulk amount. You know, the payment still is all distributed the same, so everybody gets paid the same. But that, so bulk enrollment is kind of an advanced concept that we have partners that just, some are business coaches, some work with trusts, they have different backgrounds, but essentially they're packaging it in. So it's a new value add for their clients. They're frankly not selling it. So if they're not selling it, then the way that we would bring those clients in would be by getting a spreadsheet from them and handling them as a batch or bulk. So not to confuse you, but some of you are thinking in those terms, and that's fine. The value proposition is the same to the client. The compensation is the same to all of you. But if a third party is enrolling a group of clients, then right, we wouldn't go through this 2-step process of enrollment. All right, and so Bruce is asking again, Bruce has got 40 to 50 clients that had started access to capital and had not completed their refundable deposit. So that's absolutely right, Bruce. This is a great way to go back to either your unsold prospects or those people that enrolled that didn't complete their deposits and offer them a new alternative. Say, hey, by the way, did you know that you now qualify for a $2,104 grant? We can go ahead and get you plugged into that today, get you compliant. over a 28-day period, build out your lender compliant loan package, get the documents necessary. We guarantee at least $10,000 of business credit under your EIN with no personal guarantee, true credit you can use for your business. We'll help you add assets at no cost to your balance sheet. So you've got a strong value proposition, Bruce and others, to help your clients that are stuck and get them switched over. All right, does anyone else have any questions, comments, concerns? I'm excited about this. I'm so appreciative of all the work that Scott and the mastermind team put into this. A special shout out to Renee for his input. So let's see, we got a question from Lon. Lon, you may have to restate the question. Lon wrote, how would that work with assets under the collateral support program? I don't think I completely understand your question. I'll take a stab at it while you're responding back. So with the collateral support program, during the month of March, we're going to include the collateral support program light version for free for every client that enrolls in the small business certification, which is step 1 of the 2-step process. That'll be giving them an automatic income producing asset to add to their balance sheet, make them look stronger on paper, and such. That free sample may very well encourage them to want to get a full portfolio. And if they get a full portfolio, then you can facilitate that. You get it on 10 cents on the dollar. You can mark it up as you want, as I mentioned, commonly to 15 to 20 cents on the dollar. And thus then you make 5 to 10,000 on that transaction. Okay, so Lon followed up. And so all that I said is exactly the same for you. So whether you're a distribution partner or not, everything that we just discussed is the same. So we can visit offline, Lon, if I'm confused, which I apologize. But if you're going through it, you get all the benefits just like a client would. And that's what we're trying to accomplish. Our best distribution partners will be those that understand how the process really works. Now, some of our distribution partners want to be very hands-off. They want to drive people in using Craigslist or social media or whatever they're doing to drive people into their landing page and allow the system to operate automatically. And it will do that, and that's fine. Others of our distribution partners want to have a higher touch with their clients, and so they're actually interfacing with them after they've submitted their lead information to start creating a relationship. You would expect that would probably increase your conversions, but those of you that are business to business professionals like insurance agents, you obviously want to start creating a relationship with these leads as soon as possible, because I would think that you'll want to be setting up their key person policies for them. And to do that, you'd be much more successful if you had a relationship with them. All right, so again, just in summary, the same landing pages that you have under our affiliate program for the 2-step funding continues to work. There's no change to your landing page link, but it's going to bring them to this lead capture page. So you have an opportunity to know who the visitors are to your site, follow up with them if they don't convert. They'll fill this out. They'll click the green button. They'll go to the next page. They'll be able to enroll. And that's the evolution of where we're at. So are there any other questions, comments, or concerns? And again, if you don't have your unique link, you don't have your unique landing page, the way you get it is frankly the same way. Put in your information, hit the green button. It's going to bring up the next page, and you can go through the curriculum and you can get a landing page. And the landing page, of course, is free. There's no production requirements for affiliates. If you are a white label partner, great. Then you can convert those people from step 1, which is getting credible on paper, into step 2, getting funding at any point that you want. You'd sign them up under your white label partnership agreement, and you set the terms, you set the performance fee. And again, a lot of you are charging around 10%. That's what Spencer did for Ben. So, and frankly, Ben has already paid Spencer. Ben has literally already paid Spencer $12,000 for that $120,000 capital raise. I talked to Spencer this morning and confirmed it. So clients love getting access to capital. And when you're making an extra $10,000, $12,000 gross income for each client, that's great, but it starts with this simple step. This is where that process starts. If you can drive people to this landing page, your version of this landing page, then you'll make money on the back end. If you can't figure out some way, some method, some system to do this, then you're not a very good distribution partner, right? Because that's what your value proposition is. Spencer's asking, do you need a CRM? No. So we'll take care of all the tracking. You won't need a CRM through this process. Now, if you're a white label partner and you want a CRM and all that, that's fine. But this process is self-contained. So the landing page is free. You don't have to get a CRM. We do the follow-up. It's hands-off. Affiliate models need to be very simple. White label partners can be more complicated. Relationship, but very simple. No purchases required to get a landing page, to have the automation. As affiliates, that's all packaged in. All right, well, let's go out and make it happen. Let us know if you have any questions. We'll see you back tomorrow morning. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.